Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled German High School Culture Shock. Should be a really interesting one. I've never actually checked out a perspective from a student. She's an exchange student from America. I've actually seen an exchange student from Germany in America. The university that I was going to actually go to, Coastal Carolina University, it's in South Carolina. I've seen Germans. I think that was the first time I've ever actually met a German from Germany, because they actually came there, and yeah, they were pretty tall. If I'm being honest, the girls were literally almost my height, and the dudes were a little bit taller than I am. Some of them, not all of them, obviously, right? But that was probably the first time I met Germans, handsy on like that, but it was pretty interesting. But yeah, we're gonna check out this video right now. I've never been an exchange student. I've never even been to college before. I'm an idiot. Don't go to school. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Whatever. Don't really care. But we're gonna try to see what's going on in this video. So hear this woman's perspective and see what it's all about. So if you're new to Foreign Reacts, please do like and subscribe, and welcome to Foreign Reacts. We do foreign reactions here, and everything done here has to be foreign to the reactor, which that's who I am. I moved into Europe. I'm actually a resident of Finland. I'm moving to Europe soon, so y'all want to go check out the other channel where I'm learning Finnish currently right now, so a link for that will be in the comment section, so click it and you guys can go check it out. I'll leave a link for my Instagram and also for my TikTok, because I want to do live videos with you guys once I'm actually in Europe. So stay posted for that. But either way, guys, let's get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline, and today I'm going to be comparing German and American high school.
Oh, high school. Oh, so we're not talking about college. We're talking about high school. Oh, she did say high school in the title. Wow, I'm an idiot. Like I said before.
So I've been in my German school for about 2 weeks now, and this is just kind of what I've noticed, like the big differences, and I just wrote them down, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Okay, so my first German school culture shock is that everyone dresses really nice. Like, I have barely seen any German teenagers wear athleisure, leggings and stuff. Basically everyone wears jeans and nice tops too. Everyone looks very put together. Another thing that I find kind of funny is the guys usually wear tighter jeans, skinny jeans, and the girls wear the baggier mom jeans. Another big difference is that they don't have AC in the school, so you have to open windows. So at least at my school, my gymnasium, there's 2 people.
Well, dang! I would have never thought about that. No AC! AC is a must component in America, a must, literally a must, just like a fire alarm. It's a must. What? No AC? Dang.
People that sit by windows that open, and every time you go in that class, you have to open the window. A really big difference in German schools is that you don't switch classrooms. For example, back in my high school in the US, if I had biology, I would go to the biology room where the biology teacher was. If I had math, I would go to the math room. But here in Germany, you have a designated classroom that you stay in with the same people, and then the teachers are the ones that switch. So when I have math class, I'm with the math teacher, and then the math teacher leaves and the English teacher will come in. Another big difference, and this one I really like, there's very frequent breaks in German high school. So the classes are 45 minutes long, but sometimes there's double sessions, at least in my school. So if I have 2 math classes in a row, we do those, and then we have a 5 to 10 minute break, and then we have a longer 30-minute lunch break or something like that. But basically there's breaks after every class, so you can talk and eat and just hang out outside and have a break from wearing your mask. In my American high school,
she's been an exchange student during COVID, bro. COVID is a slap in the face, bro. Oh man, COVID literally did so much. Did COVID affect me? I think COVID affected me, but I'm not gonna say COVID affected me negatively, because I'm a type of guy who I look at things in a this negative actually caused this positive to happen. So that's who I am. So I'm more of an optimistic type person in terms of when something seems not to go the best for me, I actually look at it in an optimistic way that it's given me a gateway for something else. So that's really how I look at that. But most definitely, COVID affected a lot of people. A lot of people lost their lives. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm really happy that COVID is not as dominant as it was. It is still active and doing what it's been doing, but it's not as, potent.
Had one break, and that was lunchtime. The only other breaks we had were like switching between classes. And those are only like 4 minutes long, so you basically have time to go to the bathroom and go to your class. So I really like the breaks at my gymnasium. Another big difference is that there's no cafeteria. So in my American high school, the school day was like 7 hours long, and then you would have a lunch break in the middle of the day, like 30 to 45 minutes, and you would eat and catch up on schoolwork if you had to. And there's like a designated room for that. Like you go to the cafeteria, you buy your food, or if you brought lunch, you eat your packed food. So that's what my American high school was like. But in my German gymnasium, there is no cafeteria, there's no designated eating place. Usually during the breaks, people just snack on like a protein bar or apples or something like that, and they just stand and talk with their friends while they eat. And specifically at my gymnasium, there's like a little food stand, and you can buy some typical German, I guess, like baked goods there. So there's like a Dampfnudel, I don't know how to say it right.
That's a brave for
pretzels, and then there's some candy bars too. So you can buy food, but there's no designated lunch area. Another really major difference between my American and German high school is the time. So like I said earlier, in my American high school, I woke up at like 6 to go to school, and then I would be there for 7 hours. And in my German gymnasium, it's not like that. Let me go grab my schedule real quick, and that will explain it better. Okay, so this is my schedule. So as you can see, every day is different. The classes I take are different, how long I'm in each class, the time of day I get out of school. So for example, on Monday, my classes start at 8:05 and end at 15:15, which is 3:15 for my American viewers. So that day is like a typical 7-hour school day. But on like Tuesday, my classes start at 8:05 but end at 13:15. Which is 1:15. So it's a much shorter school day. I hope that explained it decently, but in the US, every day is the same, and then at half of the year, the classes change. So for example, in the US, I would have biology, Spanish, calculus, and social studies. And those would be my only 4 classes for the whole first part of the year. And then at halfway through the year, it would change to something different. But every day is the same, every day is the same length. So overall, it's a really big difference between the US and Germany. Another rule that I was kind of shocked by that's pretty different. In Germany, there's very strict phone usage rules in school. Like, you're not even supposed to have your phone out on lunch break. Like, you're not supposed to have it out on school grounds basically at all. Most people take their phones to the breaks, but if you have them or you get caught with them in the classroom, like, they get taken away. In comparison to the US, that's really different because in the US, normally some teachers would let us have our phones on the table. As long as we weren't like calling someone or texting someone while the teacher was speaking, it wasn't really that big of a deal. But here it's a lot more strict. My last difference, I haven't seen that much at my school, but at other gymnasiums, like other people in the program have told me, smoking is really common among teenagers here in Germany, and not like smoking vapes, like smoking cigarettes. And it's so common that teachers and students will be smoking cigarettes like right outside the school grounds, which is like completely unheard of in the US. Normally people will like vape in the bathrooms, which obviously isn't allowed, but people do that. And then overall, no one really smokes cigarettes in the US, especially not younger people. I think it's pretty unfortunate that it's so common here because it's obviously not good for you, but it's definitely a big difference, and it's been interesting to see. Oh, I also have one more difference that I just thought of. So language classes are much different here than they are in the US. So I took like 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I only learned really basic vocabulary and phrases. Here in Germany, like in your first year of taking a language, Spanish for example, you're already forming sentences. The books for the class are all in Spanish. The teachers strictly speak in whatever language they're teaching, which I think is a much more effective way to learn because it's basically by immersion, because you're forced to learn faster so you can understand what the teacher is saying. And it's definitely a lot more effective because students here are bilingual, trilingual. Most Germans here speak multiple languages. So I think learning languages is definitely something the US
See, I just tapped in on something, unlimited lingual. Well, shout out to the Germans. I had no idea that the schooling system was so different. Like, everything that she said was like literally night and day. Like, that was totally different. Like, personally for me, the only thing I wouldn't necessarily really like is the two things, the phone restrictions. Oh, three things. Phone restrictions, the air condition. I really do think it's wonderful to have multiple types of ventilation. Due to the fact that air conditioning can really make you feel really locked in the class, and sometimes, you know, getting a little bit of fresh air outside would really be nice as well. And the phone restriction, I really am not the biggest guy on phone restrictions because, you know, unnecessary restriction, in my humble opinion, kind of causes, you know, people to rebel for unnecessary reasons. So I've never been a fan of you know, banning phones unless it is during class, like you're currently using the phone during class. But the third thing is definitely the smoking. I would never be happy to see, you know, people smoking, knowing that it literally says it on the box of the cigarettes. You know, it's not good for you. Like, I would never stop anybody from doing it, but I would never want them to be doing it because, you know, I don't want anybody to die. As badly as Vladimir is, and he's invading Ukraine, I would rather for him to just seize his operation and just, you know, change his ways. I'd rather for that rather than him dying, you know? So life is a beautiful thing and we only have one of it. So that's definitely a thing that I would not necessarily celebrate. But everything else, I think German schools, slam dunk, bro. They doing it better. So shout out to Germans, man. Y'all be doing good stuff over there. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.